It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door.
Me, a melting DK.
And me, Fan.
Bring you your semi-regular double tap of all things Space Marines and Laserforce. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. To see you, nice. It's been a minute. Well, we didn't do a show last week. Yeah,
It's been 2 weeks.
it's been a couple of weeks. It's just now occurred to me that I don't have a coffee, and now everything sucks. So this is going to be a terrible show. Strap yourselves in. Hey, boys.
The question is, will anyone perceive a difference?
I'm real. Maybe not. I'm real close to like getting up and just going to make one.
But if you don't like the product, just come back for the next show, and it'll be better.
It'll be fine.
It's like one of those series where people are just like, no, just watch like the first 2.5 seasons, and it gets good after that. Like, sure, let me waste 25 hours of my life, and then maybe we can get some.
Oh, White Ninja, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. I've been seeing your name a lot over the last couple of weeks because I'm working very diligently to put stuff in place for National this year. Boys, I'm very excited about how the stream is going to look this year. Me
too.
Oh, dude, it's got to the point where, like, normally at this time, as you all know, Nats is what, 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Jesus.
Yes, about 3 weeks.
We're leaving 3 weeks from tomorrow. I'm pretty sure.
That's magic.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah. Yeah, because we leave the 3rd. So yeah, so we are 3 weeks and a day away from taking off to, go to nationals where we won't see Sivo in person because
well, see,
Yeah, you're the most excited of anyone who's not going to Nats I've ever seen.
no, but normally I'd be like, if I wasn't going to Nats this time frame, I'm dying a little bit inside. Like, it's driving me crazy. I'm looking at flights, like last minute flights, just going, well, maybe. I mean, it is triple the price, but maybe I could go. This year, this is the first time I've ever not felt that way when not going to Nats. I'm actually kind of more excited about what my week looks like during Nats, because there is some really cool shit coming to the stream. So if you guys don't already follow the channel, which I'm pretty sure most of the people that actually watch this podcast do, but if you don't, follow Laserforce Tournament on Twitch, because we'll be streaming from there during the week, and you'll be able to see all of the cool stuff that's been put in, all the work that's been put in behind the scenes over the last couple of months, from several people. Big old shout out to our pal Mischief, for all the work that he's doing, especially, and also Sergeant Tugger for all the kind of on-site organization that he's doing. So there's heaps of other people, but we'll talk about them closer to the time.
I'm very much enjoying the player profile videos that Loveland Lasertag is putting out.
Dude, that's
cool.
So cool. It's a whole step up, for the hype train. I feel we've done a good job with our Civil War era hype train that we've been driving for the last little while since we've done the podcast. These new kids though, with their fancy bullet trains, Jesus, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, oh, technology lets you do so much more cool stuff, and I think the other thing is you kind of forget or don't realize like how many actually like genuinely talented people we have within the community in terms of audio visual stuff.
Yeah.
And so
not me, but other people.
Yeah, definitely not me either. I am no way, shape, or form putting myself into any sort of thing on that. But the amount of sheer talent and creativity that is in the community that we've been able to leverage for this Nats, for getting this stuff done, is just absolutely unreal as far as that goes. It's so fucking great.
It's real awesome. They put up a video today. It was like a hype video to play tag.
A channel advertisement.
Yeah, really cool. It cheesy, but in a great way. It's great. Gratified to see the
self-aware cheesiness. That's key.
That is key. I've been wanting to, so I've taken on the majority of building the stream, and I have to do it from scratch. But one of the things I wanted to do was throw a couple of real self-aware cheesy Liquid Death commercials in the mix, because we've got time to kill during the stream. It'd be cool to have some semi-entertaining advertisements. We had a couple during the charity stream, which I was pretty stoked with how they turned out for the Era Coffee. Yeah, exactly right too. So it's pretty sweet. So there's some cool stuff coming. So I my goal for that week is to make the stream as enjoyable, just as enjoyable for anyone who doesn't really know what is happening in a Space Marines game. We should be able to kind of explain it in a way that makes sense. So that's the goal. Goal number one, not to OD on Liquid Death. I'm waiting for my delivery to turn up. Apparently something's in the post. I don't know what it is, but apparently something's in the post. So we'll see. We'll see how we go.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I will be joined by a variety of co-hosts on the stream for Nats this year. But we've just actually locked down, I think, a permanent co-host. So I'll be joined on stream by the one and only Scythe from Detroit Rock City. He'll be joining me on the podcast all week. Oh, well, not the pod, on the stream all week. So he'll be there probably taking care of the majority of the play-by-play with old mate Guy Next Door there to add a bit of color to the commentary.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be cooler is if Josh actually showed up and played the tournament.
That would be pretty cool too. I had a conversation with him last week, and I was like, "Why aren't you going?" And he just said, stuff just a little bit busy.
Jeez, you have a kid and suddenly you get busy all of a sudden. What a bunch of losers.
Yeah, sons of bitches.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
But yes, we'll try and make it as enjoyable as we can for people who don't know what the hell's going on. So, join into the stream. Do we have a tournaments shortcut? I don't know. I'm asking you guys. This is
why are you asking
Yes.
me and DK if a shortcut exists when you're the one that has admin access in the channel and neither one of us do? So neither DK nor I could actually set that up if we wanted to.
I can say with 50% confidence that we have one.
If we don't, there it is. That's it there. Follow that channel there. Give that channel a follow. That's where we'll be live for the week. Yeah, it should be enjoyable. I hope it's going to be a really good week. I hope people like the product that gets put out there, quality content. Yeah, hopefully people enjoy the content that does get put out there. We worked really hard to make sure that it's kind of awesome. So, yeah, we're stepping our shit up.
I have no idea how I'm going to consume the content and actually play Nats. It's
Yeah.
gonna be an interesting week.
Well, I was thinking about that. I was like, we put so much work in, but the people who really want to watch it are the ones that are playing. So, like, we'll see. I mean, there is obviously a good portion of Australasia. In fact, I don't think anyone from down here is going this year, which is a real shame. Real shame.
But it will actually be at a reasonable time for you guys to watch.
It's dude, it's perfect. It basically it's run during my workday, and like because I'm a boss, I can basically just sit there and talk to other people all day. But in saying that, like whilst you guys are playing, and that's awesome, and not watching, anyone in Australasia is probably going to be at work. So we'll see. It might just be no one. Which is fine. Yeah. We'll just talk
and
to no
they'll
one.
be doing this.
Yeah. It'll be sweet. Right. We have a guest. Should we bring the guest on? Should we make him wait some longer?
I don't know. I guess I suppose we could bring the guest on. He's been sitting so patiently.
Yeah.
So patiently.
So quiet too. It's crazy how
Flick
quiet
that bean.
he is. Flick that bean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast our good friend Beanz. Hello, Beanz.
Oh my god.
For a minute there, I thought your mic wasn't working.
Well, you had me on mute for so long, I almost fell asleep.
It's like someone entertain me, goddammit. Hey, buddy, how are you? It's nice to see you.
Not bad. Not bad. How are you guys doing?
Ooh, cold.
It's 113 outside my window. I'm not happy about it.
What's cold?
Not your cold. No,
I wish it was cold.
It's colder than 113. It's something I don't know. It must be like 12 degrees outside at the moment. 12 degrees Celsius. So what?
So 50
It's
something.
chilly.
Yeah.
Low
It's
50s.
chilly.
Yeah. Low 50s? Oh, I thought it was lower than. I thought it was like 40s. I don't know.
I think that's
Don't know the conversion.
something like that.
High 40s, low
If 0 is
50s.
32, it's more than that.
Right.
I'm doing very quick relative math.
It sounds like a good
40s,
day
low
to go to
50s. It's
Hobbiton.
fine.
That's all I'm saying.
Dude,
Sounds warmer than last year.
you know what? It's
wasn't too bad.
it's way sunnier though. Oh my god, we've had like bluebird skies all week, and it's been what a gorgeous week to sit inside. It's been awesome. Wow. Right. You've been a little a busy little bean the last like little while, right? You guys have
In a nutshell. Yeah.
you guys have just got done with getting, or at least the like Syracuse site has just hosted, right?
Yep, they got done. I think almost 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Yes, Sanch decided to allow them to come back. This is their second time they've actually had to get in here. They import some systems because we have the force side, obviously, and then
Obviously.
guys, obviously, and then other players they bring in Storm, Qzar, Laser Blast. One of the guys brought in Tactical, so there's about 6 or 7 systems in total they played.
That's so sweet.
4
man.
of which are out of this building. Yep.
Wait, so
Okay, so 4 of them were at the Fun Warehouse.
Yeah, 4 of them were here,
Okay.
and then 2 of them they traveled down to PA for. One of them would be in the Tron site, and then the other one, which is the Zone site in Ben Salem, which was Harlequin's former site.
so
Cat,
Right.
It was Cat. Yep.
Mhm.
real
Right,
quick, for those
okay.
of you who don't know Beanz plays out of Syracuse, New York. You've been playing for a long time now, no? 15 years? 10, 15 years?
First Nats was in 2009.
Yeah, so 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years. Technically, my first year playing was in 2003 at the
Oh,
Zone
me-
site when Fox was when Fox was actually the manager of that site.
Wait, you said at a zone site.
Correct.
Did
We
you
used
play
to have a Zone site.
Did you play Force there?
No, so we actually
Who cares?
No.
Doesn't count then.
Who cares?
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, So 2009 was my first Force tournament.
And that was back when Fox was like only in his mid 40s.
Yes. Yes.
Have I don't know if I've met Fox. No, was Fox at Detroit?
No, he didn't go to Detroit that year.
Yeah.
You may have met him when you guys passed through on your way to New York City.
Well, like
I bet you probably did.
we drove through, but from memory that because we didn't like play a members night or anything. It was just like me, like our car, the 4 of us, and
Yep.
you and Sanch, and maybe like a kid. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just some kid,
just
you know.
some rando. Right on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. So yeah. Right. Let's go back to Geddon then. So when they bring their stuff, do they bring it in, set it up in the arena, and like you guys play, whatever system, but in your arena?
Yep. So Logan, who's from Storm, imported his laser store system. So they set the computers up in the lobby, and then they just run all the wires right into the arena.
That's
And
really
then
cool.
they did the same. Yeah. So they just play. They don't bring bases or anything like that. You're just playing straight laser tag.
Right. Yeah. Bases of suckers.
Yeah.
Or
Bases OP.
force players. That's rad. So, and you guys play just like standard tag, or do you play like their competition games?
So systems like us, like Force, that's already permanently here.
Yeah.
And same thing, like when we went to the Zone and Tron site, you do play their actual tournament format.
Yeah. Right.
So like at Zone, you're doing stun deac with base evacs. With Tron, you select your chips, which is like a power up.
I like Pringle as my power
Pringle?
up. Yeah.
Ruffles.
Those are the chips that I want.
Ruffles.
Fritos.
Laserforce has power-ups now too. You could have just gone for like a beacon reference or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
but
I like the score multiplier.
It says a lot about the state of our minds, that your mind is like, oh, he's laser force power up, and my mind's like, oh, potato chips. Oh, so fat.
This is what training does to you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm not allowed potato chips. Right on. So, you didn't play though.
No, I couldn't play. Work schedule, going to Nats this year, things
Yeah.
like that kind of got in the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was here probably, I would say at least 50% of the time they were in Syracuse. I
Right
was
on.
actually in the building with them. So,
How many days? Just the one?
so they started on Friday. So they did part of the Laser Force on Friday. And then they loaded the bus Saturday morning to go down to Pennsylvania. They played 2 systems down there. And then they came back up here Monday. They played 3 systems here and finished Force.
Dude, that's
Yep.
it's rad, but also like makes me think like we could do that sort of shit here. It's weird that it doesn't get done here. It's not that weird.
Yeah.
If we don't have the population for it. But
We
whatever.
like kind of almost did last year. Like we were getting close to that sort of plan.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Yeah. Although like in playing like 4 sites.
Well, not necessarily like playing 4 sites throughout the week, but you were like, if we had enough of us, we could just get a party bus and like go down the coast and maybe go to a couple other Laserforce sites the week after. But
Yeah.
things happen. You're like,
was
you know
on the
what? I'm not
cards.
chasing down all these cats. I'm not.
Yeah.
This is too much for me to organize.
Yeah, it really was. I did at one point before Nats, and I got contacted them like after COVID. Sorry, before COVID, there was conversations with the tour bus company or with the tour company to build a full tour, just pay them the lump sum, and they do everything. I think it was, it worked out what we did. It probably worked out cheaper as well. But yeah,
That was good fun.
it was good fun.
So more importantly, though, Beans, how many Force players played in Geddon this year?
Ooh. Because I actually have the rosters in front of me. So 1, 2,
This is what you call bean counting.
6. I would probably say there's about 8 or 9 on there. I would say.
Okay.
Right,
You know-
and then this year was an oddball Geddon because it was the first year that Geddon did a draft for tournaments instead of having set teams, which is why the Force players ended up distributed across teams instead of there being like has ended up historically, where if there was a Force team, or if there were Force players, they were all on one team, and yeah.
It
That
made the
just kinda goes
SM5
downhill.
portion not very interesting, except between like the other non-Force teams. But when a Force team was playing a non-Force team in Space Marines 5, it was, it's kind of comical, but also, ouch.
Yeah.
Well, Van played on the old Force team. What was it?
2014.
2014.
It was 2014. It was the one Geddon I did, and I just remember like we were playing like 7.5 minute Space 5 games because that
You
was
shouldn't
what,
need more than that.
Yeah.
well because that's what we had the time for, and it was 8-person teams, and so it was 4 scouts and 7.5 minute games, and I definitely remember going into that the Swedish team, who historically had done very well in Force, was like, yeah, we can do this, we can beat these guys, and we clean swept Force, and nobody lasted longer than 5 minutes against us. It was pretty amusing as far as that went. Yeah, it was kind of our redemption arc for that tournament, because that was like the last system that we played, and we'd gotten a little bit beaten up in some of the other systems as you'd
It's fair.
expect.
It's fair.
Well, because we had Scythe, Micro, myself, you, Damon. Who were the other 3? Sanch.
And then 2 randos.
2
Yeah.
randos.
So
Yeah.
really good Space Marines team, but that's like a pretty decent cross-system team also, because I know obviously like Micro's a good zone player. Fans had a decent enough cross-system player. I mean, maybe not like Redneck Tech levels, but even so.
Right. So, who was there any kind of big hitters at this tournament from the Force scene?
High expectations on Cody. Other than
is.
that,
10-10.
10-10-9.
10-10-9 did not play like a 10-10-9. Yeah.
It happens.
I mean, it happens. That's like, so they did draft this year, so they never done a draft style Armageddon. So you got captains that are trying to pick their teams, and they don't always know everyone. Cody being the only Force player on that team, kind of deterred it. It kind of made it a little bit harder.
Yeah,
But I mean,
even if you have one of the best players, if you're the only one who kind of knows what they're doing, that's
Right. But if you got players like Swaz from Sweden and the Brit, people that have played.
Oh no!
Force Armageddon, they're going to understand the concepts a lot better than. What was that about?
Your internet connection. Your internet connection sucks.
That's the only time it's done it so far. It's been pretty
Blame
good.
Sanch.
Yeah,
Blame
I do.
Sanch.
I'll blame Sanch for everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Come on, Sanch, killing us.
You had the
So what I was
Brit
saying was
and-
like you got players like Swaz from Sweden, the Brit, from UK, RNT, they have enough Force games in their
Yeah.
in Armageddon that they understand the concepts.
Sure.
Some teams have players that have never picked up a Force vest in their life. So
Yeah.
they're not used to the reverse IR. They're not used to the, resupply with double tapping and things like that. So
Or even just the resets, right? Because Force is the only system with it.
Technically, I mean,
yeah.
you can say Zone has a format of it with the stuns, but Force is definitely the only active system that has a reset that behaves like a Force reset does. And I realize that that's kind of a stupid statement in context. It's the only thing that behaves like it does, but it is so different to how anything else performs that if you're not used to it, you will just get bounced left, right, and center. I mean, you know how easy it is for even an experienced player sometimes to get bounced left, right, and center if you get into a bad run of just not being able to get away from people. Now magnify that by not necessarily fully understanding what's happening in that moment.
I mean, Qzar, you do get that reflect. I think it's a reflex shot. Like if you're down, you can get tagged again, but you have a retaliation. You come up and you can shoot the player that shot you within a certain time period. That's probably the next closest, I would say.
So how did you think it went drafting versus like having set teams? Did it make like a more balanced overall tournament?
There was some teams that did get blown out. It's in some games, but I mean overall, I don't think it was that bad. Like going back and looking at some of the Force games, the first 3 Force games were within 3,000 points. The first 2 games were 3,000. The second game I think was 740 was a differential.
Wow.
They weren't, the first few games weren't that bad. I mean, it was. Go ahead.
I was going to say as far as the balance across the tournament, there was actually, for the very first time in Geddon history, there was a tie for first that none of the tiebreakers could break. So there was literally a tie for first. 2 teams got first.
Because it was actually 3rd and 4th, Dan. Sorry.
3rd, 4th. Oh, I'm sorry.
3rd, 4th.
Whatever.
Sorry. Yeah.
The point being, for the first time in Geddon history, that happened, that there was a tie that the tiebreakers couldn't separate out. So that in and of itself should give you some indication that like overall across everything, it seems like it balanced itself out pretty well.
Yeah. And I mean, like as far as the draft goes, they reached out to like myself from Force and other systems to say, hey, rank this player for us. So all the captains had an idea of, how well does this player perform on this system.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then Cope from Blast in Michigan, who's now working Scene 75, I think, or wherever he is, he actually put all that information together and handed everything to the captains.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool document to have.
Yeah. Fight to the death. Yeah. Just chuck some knives in there and have at it. First one to whistle the spoon. That's the kind of tournament decider I want.
Yeah.
The whittling comp. That's rad.
Yeah. Because you'd win. That's why you want that one.
I just bought myself a sweet new whittling knife from the dump shop. It's sharp. It's pretty
Hey,
sharp.
play the sound clip or don't do it.
oh, it's not there. Don't know where it is.
That was not the clip you were looking
that
for.
one also works. That's okay. All right. We're back on topic.
Shout out, Dolly. Yeah, right on. So,
I think overall, like as far as like the teams were, I think everyone was like had really high hopes, and I think everyone really enjoyed the overall experience playing with different players. Because there's definitely people I would never thought of playing with if I was playing that actually helped out and benefited the teams.
That's cool.
Like you got some laser blast players I've maybe played Blast once or twice. I mean, they were out there helping each other out. Like, they were giving their input.
Did you get a sense of the general vibe of the tournament? Like, Like even from afar, like I saw a bunch of photos get put up, and like for like 3 days after, almost like anytime I logged into Facebook, there was a thank you post from someone being like, "Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to blah blah." Blah. Yeah, and it's like okay, it sounds like people like had a great time.
Everyone had a blast. Up until Monday night when they were all dead tired because they were playing from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Monday.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, I went to the hotel, like where they all were staying, and everyone's outside. They're drinking on the patio. They're socializing. You know, that's what it's all about. It's an Armageddon tournament. Yeah, it's a socializing event.
I mean, that's what Nats should be every year as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, people know my.
That has an aspect of that. I'm glad that we have both. That we have the social fun hangouts and the ultra competitive deathmatch for a few days. So
yeah,
work hard, play hard.
Well, and
exactly,
and the whole thing. I mean, really, you know, tag players in our own specific little niches. You know, we're all a bunch of misfits. And then when you take a whole bunch of the different niches and you put them all together, we're still a whole bunch of fucking misfits. So there's such a commonality of experience with things that, of course, you put a whole bunch of people from different systems together, and it's just like, yeah, okay, what's gonna happen? We're gonna socialize and do stupid shit because.
And then you go to Applebee's or Denny's, and the waitstaff is like, "Uh-oh, nerd alert!"
Well, that South African steak restaurant that like, holy fuck, there's 40 of you. Uh-oh, yeah. That sounds dope, dude. So, I mean, you didn't get to play any games.
No, I didn't play any games. I mean, I played when they were testing systems.
Yeah.
You know, I played a couple socializers. Other than that, no, I didn't play it all in the tournament.
Oh yeah. Do you come on as like ref staff? Is that in that instance? Do they have refs?
Oh, so there's a couple players, Toby and Travis, who didn't play this year.
Right.
They were tournament marshals, so they were in control of keeping track of every system's rules for that round. So they would be the head marshals and doing all that. Yep.
I can't imagine the Space Marines rule set is in play at these things though, right?
It's modified.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
heavily modified.
Heavily modified. So it's the old school head and phaser only.
Right.
You don't have to show a shoulder. You don't have to, because there's so many variances that can happen, and it's such a big dramatic rule change. We just head and phaser.
For a cross-system tournament, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they still call chases. You know, they still call dangerous plays if there was one. But other than that, all the rules are pretty much general across all systems.
Yeah, that's understandable. You know, we've had a couple of one zone player come and hang out with us at our members nights and stuff and start playing, and in fact there was another zone player that came and tried out the system, and to them, you know, obviously our rule set is dumb, but both have their merits, and they both make sense when you put them in the context of, you know, the game style, the gameplay of each different system. So it makes sense that they would, you know, not show a shoulder for force. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Nats 2010 all over again. Nats 2010.
Don't bring that up. We don't need to talk about that.
I'm so glad that I had just gotten a brand new job at that point, so I couldn't go to that tournament, because I feel like that would have been just not a good time for me at all.
6'7", shooting over the top of a 6-foot wall, couldn't hit the phaser. Yeah,
it was just boring. That is really just the bottom line to it. Is that it's not like we didn't still play Space Marines, but like anybody who reaches the competitive scene for SM5, if they want to know why we have the shielding rule as it is, like, I wish I could just put them in a simulator for that tournament and be like, this is why. Yeah. This is the whole reason.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I found something better to do during that tournament.
Get sick? Yeah.
Yeah, I was on some pretty strong hallucinogens, whatever that virus was. Yeah, I mean, we just got done watching. They had a zone tournament in Australia recently. I'm not sure what the tournament was called, but it they had it streaming on Twitch. Was watching some of it during the week, and just even watching. Oh shit! Just watching. Sorry, I opened a window. Just watching. Like watching the gameplay and up on the walls and shit. Like, it just irked me. Immediately, it was just like, bleh.
Like bad atmosphere.
Yeah. It was not. It as a Force player. Not for me. It's not for Steve. Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on with Geddon? Any other questions you boys had?
No, I think we can move on to Nats. I think
Let's talk about
Nats sounds like a good thing to move on to.
So, as you're aware, Nats is in 3 weeks, mate. Are you ready?
No.
Perfect. So, you guys are going, right? I mean, I'd ask the question as more of a host.
So, everyone's paid for hotel. There's 2 players that still haven't booked their flights yet.
That sounds problematic.
Is one of them you? Because I'm less concerned about that.
No, mine's already booked and paid for.
Right.
One would be Jackal,
Right.
and with no surprise, the other one would be Fox.
So, but they're like, oh yeah, we're coming. We're definitely coming.
Oh yeah, no, they paid their hotel, So I mean,
Yes. I too like to start peeing before I completely undo my pants.
Oh, the perfect analogy. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. That's the one thing about Nats that drives me crazy every year is people not booking their flights and being like, "Oh, I'm coming." Well, I just haven't booked flights yet. So you're not coming until you book a flight.
Mm-hmm.
What a bunch of.
I mean,
jerks.
my flights were booked for 2 months now.
Yeah.
Once I saw them go down, $100 off. Okay, I'm booking.
I don't understand. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
So remind us, who are the people who may or may not be on your team?
So you want the people that with flights first or without flights?
Yes.
Just, yeah, with,
All right,
with
so-
flights, go ahead.
Myself, Evil, Lenny, and Cody, and then those without flights, Jackal and Fox.
I mean, that's a good.
Pretty good team. It's a pretty good team.
Yeah, that nucleus, that first 4, real excited to see you guys playing together again. Especially Lenny. I don't know why, but I have got a soft spot for Lenny, and I've
He's often seen you looking at it.
He's like, keep your dirty eyes off me, you weirdo.
Up here.
Yeah. Do not pass. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke.
Do not pass go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see you guys play as a unit again. Because when's the last time you guys competed together?
Well, me and Cody last year, and Nats.
Yeah.
And then the last time majority of us played together was Fake Nats 21. It's probably the last time we've all played together.
Yeah.
But I mean, like every time we play here, like Lenny's always here, Evil's always here, Cody's always here.
Mm-hmm.
So at least the 4 of us are here.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah.
I
don't think
currently
Fox
playing.
actually. Yeah. No, yeah, they're out there playing right now. They're waiting on me. But I mean, like Fox, I don't think Fox hasn't played any competitive tag since 21. So.
But
yeah,
is it because he doesn't live local?
it's just to him, it's riding a bike. He doesn't need to practice to go and play tag.
Well, I got this.
I've heard that before. Tag's like riding a bike.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
It's not. I like to tell myself that it is also, and then the once a quarter when I get to play or whatever, the first day or two is always like, nope.
Yeah.
This is not.
I don't think that's inaccurate. Like, it is like riding a bike. You know all the motions and things like that, but most people don't go from their couch to being in a bicycle race, which is what
True.
Nats is.
True.
Like, yeah, just the rudiments of riding a bike, absolutely.
That's
Sure,
why.
I always remember how to do that.
That's why Deacon
see,
gets
like
paid the
last
big
year-
bucks.
It took me like a day and a half to really get my legs moving because it's different from playing softball. It's different from playing hockey. You're constantly running for a full 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, so
Yeah, and in some cases back to back, or you go run, stand, sit, and it's
Ramps,
yeah,
ramps,
yeah.
run,
ramp.
ramp, ramp,
Oh, yeah,
up, down,
especially
up, down,
at that
flooding,
side,
ramps. Yeah.
at altitude.
But that's why I said it's in terms of the training that is required to go into the tournament. I feel like it is the hardest arena to train for, just because it has a lot of ramps. You're already at altitude, and it's really open, so you have to know the angles. And you have to know like where to crouch. So even though you're already running up and down stairs a lot, you also are going to be doing a lot of like getting down low.
Yeah, and also original Pringles, just for the record.
Original Pringles.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So, like, how are you feeling confidence wise?
I'm hoping top 3.
Yeah,
That's all we like. Obviously, you want first, but I would settle for top 3.
yeah.
We took 3rd in 2015 when last time we were in Loveland, so I would be happy with that.
Who was that? That one was that Brisbane with their.
It was Brisbane Sac like combo with they had Yama and Ivy on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then we had myself, Lenny, Jesse from Detroit, Wookie, Fox, Sanch, we're missing
And
one.
Nick, right?
Nick, my nephew, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my nephew Nick.
Right.
So
Well, so.
and then the unspoken team won. So
Oh yeah.
the outsiders.
That's right. We're gonna talk about that. Right. So so third place finish. That would. So I guess if we're talking top 3, who's your top 3 for this tournament?
I will. Sorry, folks. I will probably put Cedar at first. Caleb, Thunder. I think Loveland's going to take second.
Wow.
And then,
So you're gonna try
yeah.
to knock me down to 4th? We're fighting now.
no, it's gonna be like last year. I honestly think you and us are gonna fight for 3-4, like we fought with G&D last year for 3-4.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to talk about that. We'll talk about
Beanz,
that.
I love you like you're my cousin or
Yeah.
something. But if you get in my way, I'll crush you.
Play medic and run up the ramp at me again, then.
Wow. So yeah, that means a 4th place finish for what? What's your team in a piece? You guys in a piece?
Be evil, yeah. Be evil. Lenny, Box, Cody, and Jackal.
Yeah. Take it out. That's Team Syracuse. Syracuse.
I mean, I will say,
Sure.
like, assuming that ends up being the top 4 teams of the tournament, like, I think much like last year,
Yeah.
somebody's feelings are going to end up hurt and be in 4th place. Like, I can't believe we didn't top 3, but it's like 4 pretty good teams, and that
Yeah.
other, like, Loveland being that other California team, I think could also surprise some people as well. So I think there's going to be some interesting play that happens coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Man.
See, unfortunately, I don't know any of the Loveland B guys. I don't know any of the actual St. George guys. All the news players that are coming, I don't know any of them. That's
Well,
how long it's been since I played out west.
Yeah, well, the Loveland B team, yeah, I think all of us to a person have said, like, when we've seen them play, is we're all pretty impressed with them, and it is their home site, and they do get to practice on a regular basis against their A team, and Loveland A is constantly saying that, yeah, we can beat them, but we do have to work for it. It's not like we just get to walk in the arena and just, stomp them. We have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think teams underestimate Loveland B at their peril. I think that Loveland B, my guess is that they're probably going to have at least one, probably 2 or 3, like, upset games where they turn over a team that's better, in quotes, because a team goes in very overconfident against them, and they go, well, fuck you guys, and they put the screws to whoever they played early. So yeah, it is.
You do 2 or 3 stupid things in that arena, the game can be over pretty quick.
Yeah. If I remember
accurate.
correctly, the flush points and the flips are very fast in that arena. If I'm not mistaken.
Between two closely matched teams, yeah, they can be.
Yeah.
It's a really kind of frenetic game to watch, but it's interesting. It's interesting because it ends up being a very frenetic game where there's a lot of like moving back and forth and teams are moving around the arena a whole bunch. And then there are also those games that it's like it becomes not stalemated, but it's very grindy in the middle where it's like both heavies are kind of facing off on third, and then neither team can really capitalize and get control of second, and it's just interesting. But I feel like with Loveland B, their floor is probably sixth, their ceiling is probably third. Most likely scenarios they end up somewhere in that 4 or 5 range, but I think they're the team that has the biggest like range in between where they might finish, partly because they are sort of wild cards.
Yeah.
I hope they
That's
take
always-
games on the A.
Oh, that would be that.
We all want that.
Yeah.
We all
I mean,
want that.
that.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
That is my dream scenario, that B does take games from Loveland A at some point during the tournament, just to see the absolute elation on all of the B team's face and the absolute what the fuck looks that would be on all of the A teams' faces when that happens. Like,
You
that
want to
would
see
just
it
be
at every tournament. I think every tournament that you go to, you want to see a B team take points from the A team, or in Brisbane's case, a C team take points from the B team. That kind of stuff is like awesome from a spectator point of view. But it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.
Well, and it introduces chaos into the rankings, which is always like a ton of fun when you think, yeah, okay, this is, because obviously anytime you go into a tournament, you can typically look at the teams and you have an idea of what the seedings are going to be after round play. Like you generally have a relative sense based on teams, personnel, etc., so forth and so on. I'm sure I'm sure one of our 2 shows before Nats is going to be us doing that particular ranking because it's easy content. But then when you get those games that you don't expect, and it totally messes with the seedings and rankings, yeah, that is the stuff of why we play the goddamn game. It's like, it's why you play the game and not just like look at stats and go, oh yeah, this team should win, that team should win, whatever. No, you play the fucking game and you see what happens, and it's great.
Man, that's a pretty interesting prediction though, because I hadn't even thought about the ramifications of you guys placing top 3 and what that kind of means for my co-hosts.
Just drop hate early.
There's
All
a
you
lot
gotta
of
do.
teams that are gunning for that top 3 spot.
Yeah. And that's not to say
More than 3.
that none of you could potentially top, like win or place top 2 either. That's not to say that that's not going to happen, but the ramifications, of that means that somebody is getting knocked down, at least a spot more than they thought that they were going to, which, oh, that's delicious. That drama is delicious.
I think also, like, everybody is going into this, and I know we are. It's like you're expecting basically all the games to be good. You're expecting that there's going to be a lot of even games, and and things will just kind of end up where they end up based on people's form during the week. And either we're going to be happy with it, or we're going to be a little disappointed. And that's kind of the same for everybody, 1 to 8. Somebody's going to be happy, somebody's going to be disappointed, but it should be a lot of fun. And it is going to be a lot of fun seeing people that, we haven't seen for ages, and, a full Syracuse team coming to play a tournament is pretty fucking awesome. And a good Syracuse team traveling to come and play. It's like, yes, please. This is
Not that isn't a
fantastic.
scary team now, but like that team circa like 2016, 2017 would have been absolutely disgusting and frightening. Well, other than maybe Jackal, since he was like a fetus at the time.
I mean, even in 19, I don't think 19 we played bad. I think we finished in 4th in 19. No, until I fucked up my ankle, but
That's right. And then,
Yep.
how
I
badly did you sprain your trigger finger?
Well, there was
Yeah,
that one game in
ridiculous.
finals against St. George. I think I had 12 medic hits, not counting nukes.
Jesus.
And then I just couldn't do anything. I was just so gassed after that. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do anything.
Was that the?
Yeah, I think they got knocked out on that, from what I recall.
Well, 'cause that was game one. Because I remember coming back, yelling at Abby and Zach to stop shooting me. I need just shots. And then the game was over. But I didn't know I killed the medic out. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. I
So,
thought that
but
was a tournament that you spammed the trigger as ammo.
That was
that was
Zach.
17.
That was 17 Zach.
This is, see, kids,
10,000.
this is why you don't give awards for shenanigans, okay? Don't
I didn't
give
get it.
shenanigans awards.
I didn't get it. Shot 10,000 shots.
It's bullshit.
We just got done doing shots with DK in the lobby area, and I go start thinking of Than and wiping my sweat off on Than's shirt.
Ew.
That sounds like a lie and a calumny. I would never consume alcohol at a tournament.
In the modern era.
I did a test of the stream this week with Scythe, and we got talking and stuff, and I told him, because I don't think he knew the full Syracuse lineup, and I told him your guys' lineup, and he was genuinely pissed. He was so pissed off about it.
Why?
Because he was just like, motherfuckers never traveled with such an amazing team before, and the one time I'm not going to Nats, not the one time, but I'm not going to Nats, and they bring the best Syracuse team that's ever played, probably. Cheers. Yeah, so he was it was funny. I think he's excited to see what can happen, and I hope, like, as much as I want him to come commentate with me, if he ends up on a plane and goes to Nats, that's a better outcome, I think.
Fair.
Yeah.
We'll take him as a 7th.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck trying to sneak that past.
I think Rhea might murder you if that happens.
Yeah. I think she's got more claim.
Slowly and painfully, I think she would murder you. Yeah, that's how that would go.
I mean, but like with our roster, I mean, we really can play whatever. Like, other than me,
Yeah.
I'm only useful for a scout or a commander, or spamming across the arena as an ammo carrier.
Have you got an idea of? Yeah, I was gonna say, have you got an idea of your lineup? Or?
Yeah. I mean, the idea is either me or Jackal is going to start at commander. The other one's going to start at scout.
Right.
We're going to run Lenny at heavy, Cody at scout because he's getting punished from getting, and then Fox at ammo and Evil at medic to start.
Interesting.
So, I mean, we can swap out Evil and Lenny too. So if we need speed on the resupply side,
you guys got a lot of options, that's for sure.
Do you think it's a case of too many jack of all trades, not enough specialists?
I would say yes at this point. I mean, some of us are not fast anymore.
Yeah.
Jackal's probably our
It's one thing you had going.
Jackal's probably our fastest, followed by Lenny.
Right. Yeah, and he's an old man now, right? You're all old men now.
I'm 34.
That's what
Lenny
an old guy.
Is 33.
Yeah.
Fox, I want to say, is mid-40s. Jackal just turned 21. If you haven't seen
Fox is at least 75. Fox is at least 75. I don't know where.
Yeah, Fox is older than I am, so that's.
But where do you put Traj and Fox? Traj is above Fox, though, as far as age goes.
I don't know. We might have to get the radiocarbon dating out for this.
Cut them open. Check out their rings.
Jackal just turned 21 at Geddon. And then Evil, I think, is my age at 34.
Yeah, right. So. Okay, so not too old. You guys are at.
We got a few people on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say at peak physical. No, I remember turning 30, and it was very much a downhill sprint or casual walk.
Monday morning. Why did I play hockey the night before? Why did I play softball the night before?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how some of the bodies hold up at this tournament.
Yeah.
It will be interesting.
Dude, especially with those fucking ramps. They're so gnarly.
Well, I was going to say, especially with the hours we're playing.
That too.
That to me is the biggest wild card for me, that I'm just like, if underperform as a result of that. Like I'll be disappointed in myself because I don't want that to be an excuse, but that is going to be definitely a test for my body that I've not put it to in a while.
I mean, for me, that's prime hours. I'm still up at 4.
Right? For some people, that will probably be great.
Well, so I'm looking at those hours and kind of going, okay, so that is my natural sleeping rhythm, so that's cool. But I've spent so long now, like having to wake up early for work. It's like, can I just flip it for that 1 week and be okay? Fingers crossed, yes.
Yeah. What?
Well, that's why I had
4 till whenever, right?
4 to 4, and Monday, Tuesday, I think is 4 to 4.
4 to 4. Oh my god.
I am like trying to stay optimistic that we're being a little conservative with the timetable and that we will manage to finish most days played before that. No. But I'm hoping we won't have to go much later than I'd like to be done by like 2:30.
Dude,
I'd like to be in bed by 4 if possible.
Oh, it means that you guys will likely be going to sleep as the sun comes up.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No, we'll be going to Denny's when the sun comes
absolute
up. We'll be
confidence
hitting up Denny's as soon as we get done playing.
Oh, that's such a killer, man. I hope that anyone traveling, I hope they've made kind of it's even more important to have like some together time at the end of the tournament because of that time frame. Like that's horrendous. That's really bad. We'll see how it goes.
That might be the nice thing though about us not playing on Friday is I think that maybe like sometimes at the end of a tournament the awards dinner kind of turns into a blur because it's like you just finished, but like we'll be able to go home, have like a night of sleep, and then go out the next day and kind of fully comprehend it. Because I don't know.
That blurb is the fireball kicking in.
Yeah,
maybe. Or whatever that one drink they had at the bar last year was.
Now
it's like an espresso thing.
Gummies are legal in Colorado, aren't they?
Correct. And I will be availing myself of them because I would actually like to sleep this time because on the last trip to Colorado, I think I got maybe collectively about 6 hours of sleep over the 3 days we were there, and that was not great for me.
Yeah.
So.
Man, this is so. I mean, the only other experience that I've had personally with this was coming over and playing the Sacramento Nats, and that was one of my least favorite tournaments.
Yeah, I would like to redo that. But
you know,
still not at this point.
Yeah.
I would love to redo 2016, but you know.
Where was that?
Here, that was the fake Nats 1.0. You know, the one with the asterisk next to the one? Yeah, that one. That guy right there.
So, we were talking earlier in the week, and we were talking about, you know, you coming on the show and stuff, and we briefly waded into Nats 2023 territory. Because I hadn't even occurred to me that like we could have a conversation around our final series. Do you want to do that on this show, or do you want to come back another time and we talk more in depth about it? Because, you know, I hate to like take the focus away from this Nats or shortchange that. So maybe we'll do that actually. We'll
do another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're going an hour now, so like, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to go into that because it'll be interesting to. Do we want to milk more content later? Have you met the show?
Yes, we do. Of course we do. You're not wrong, Stallion. You're 100% not wrong. I mean, again, like our programming our programming leading up to Nats does kind of, you know, take care of itself for content milking. But
then we go into the off season. Ooh.
Yeah. We're all about prematurely shooting our wad on this show.
We do as geese our tape recorder. Stallion will be in the Sports Lounge tonight, just FYI, as well. And in fact, if anyone is around later on, the All Blacks are playing England. If you want to come hang out in the Sports Lounge in our Discord, exclamation Discord and chat. If you don't have access, if you don't have access to the Sports Lounge, let me know and I can grant you that access. We had to rope it off a little bit because of reasons.
Reasons.
But yeah, come and hang out with
Too
us.
many bogans.
Yeah, come hanging out with us if you want to watch some rugby. Do you have any? Do you guys have any more? What you want to sort of touch on for this, Nats? Beans, is there anything else you kind of want to add, dude?
No, I'll see you folks on August 1st. Well, not you two, but most of you from Loveland, I will.
Dude, it's so close. It's so close. You can taste the musky air. That
Of
is
the arena.
You can taste the shards of glass they put in the
Yes.
taser.
Bring your pencils. Connor can trip on those again. I heard that story.
Oh, I have like a whole bag. It's gonna be a whole like Home Alone setup on those ramps. You guys are not gonna see what's coming.
You stand
be
at the top of the
cans.
So
That's
me and
amazing.
Fox have a gift for Jackal. Jackal's not going to expect it. It's going to be at Nats, so
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure there's no cameras around. I find that's always.
oh, there's
the
plenty of
best way.
cameras. Luke,
Oh,
Luke
shit.
was talking about how we're going to put up in the arena, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Dude, it's watching these teams play is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. You guys are, I think, one of those teams, because somebody asked me the other day to do a comparison between you guys and a couple of the other teams, and like, because I've been looking at the teams now for like a month, building the stream shit, and it didn't occur to me until then. I was like, oh fuck, like their games are going to be awesome to watch. Like watching you guys play everyone else, because I've got a good idea of the Cedar team. We've got a fairly good idea, I think, of the California teams, and maybe even Loveland A, although it'll be cool to actually see a full strength Loveland team compete. But you guys are almost a wild card, and I love it. And at the very least, you're gonna have the coolest T-shirts at the tournament, hopefully.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sponsored by G&D.
If
Sponsored. Everyone.
Sponsored. Yeah. Well, technically, you haven't paid yet, so maybe. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you get back to actually going to play some tag.
Yeah, it's tag to play. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
stop holding him hostage.
Lucky. All right, kids.
They got 13 out there.
We don't have a show next week, I don't think. We'll see. But we'll have streams during the week. We'll be back the following for probably our last pre-Nats podcast. And no, sorry, we got one
No.
more, right?
Yeah, we have no show next week, and then shows the 2 weeks after that, because the second here in
timing
the
works
States, yeah, it works out that DK and I fly out the Saturday morning. We're here for the show Friday, so
I have to schedule some time to get my hair done, but I'll see if I can maybe do that like after the show.
Dude, do it on the stream.
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
that's fine.
Yeah. You
Autumn
missed the
Aiden can
bean
drop
stream.
by. It'll be great.
You did miss the
Change
bean
your hair
stream,
dye
Tucker.
every day. Different color every day.
Every day.
Get one of those
Every day
ones that
different color.
change with the heat. That's what you need to do. It'd be awesome.
hypercolor hair, really? That's what you're
Yeah,
after?
yeah.
It's got to be one that's more like a mood ring. Where it's just like, oh, yeah, well, the hair's red. Yeah, I didn't have a good game. Better watch out for that.
What's mauve? Well, he's feeling pretty mauve. All right, let's get the heck out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Beans, for coming to join us this week. It's nice to talk to you. I don't think have we had you on the show yet?
No, I declined you 4 other times.
This guy's too cool for school.
Fuzz, talking about getting rejected. I went on a rant before we went live. I've been trying to get Russ to come and help me with stat stuff for the stream. And that dude, every time I send him a message, I feel so needy. Because he just ghosts me. He doesn't even respond. And it's even worse when I see him commenting on other parts of our own Discord. And I get the boop. Oh, Russell's sent a message. Oh, sweet. He must have got back to me. No, he didn't.
Bro, leaving
Russ
you
hates
on
it when I
red.
text him. Russ hates it when I text him because I start the conversation off with, hey, tech support. That's it.
God,
Yeah.
hard to imagine why he's not answering your guys' messages.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All my shit's
Weird.
been like super positive until my last message where I just said a him, and he's like, oh, sorry bro, I've been useless. And I was like, yeah. Got me out here like a needy person being like, why don't he message me? Whatever. This week I've been Guy Next Door.
I've been DK.
I've been fan.
And I've been Beanz.
He has been Beanz. Always remember that true. I was I forgot that I had a bit to come after that. Fucking nailed it. Always remember to backtrack, kids. We will see you in a couple of weeks. I start with that broke your side again. It's great. We will see you in a couple of weeks with some really, really exciting pre-nats workout drink. Always remember, backtrack, kids. We'll see you next time. Kagitano.
I've been throwing daggers in the night. I've been chasing all the stars, stealing all their lights. The cut so sharp, cut so deep. If they seem to hit their target, must be what we reap. 'Cause you don't know what I know. You don't feel the way I feel. All these places I wanna go makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I've been throwing daggers in my dreams. If they seem to hit their target, it's harder than it seems. 'Cause you don't know what I know. And you don't feel the way I feel. In all these places I wanna go makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I'm a well-known stranger, walking my own path. Gave up all my mysteries just to get a laugh. You keep me